This is the second half of chat number 240, and I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. In case you have not been here with us for the first 30 minutes, or if you were just watching the second half of this, and I'm going to go ahead and take a moment now to say that I will be here every Sunday night unless Pistachio is born on a Sunday or maybe even on a Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and take the liberty of saying that I don't think Casey has much longer left. So her actual due date is not until the first week of October. She's not going to make it until the first week of October. I think John and I are I think we're neck and neck on our guesses. So I think we are only one day apart on our guesses. So if I'm right, then we only have, I think it's 2 more chats before she has the baby. And if you're new, Casey is my daughter. And oh, thank you, Vicky. So if you're new, Casey's my daughter. She does all of the YouTube videos. She takes all of this and puts it like how it's supposed to be. I just get to do the talking part. I'm sorry, Melinda says, now I'll be thinking about you when I have to stop and do my 5 minutes. That's hilarious. Like, what would Kelly say to do during that 5 minutes? But anyway, so in case you're new, Casey is my daughter, and she, oh, wait a second. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay, so I'm going to sidetrack, and if you're new, I do this a lot. So I didn't even think about this, but Carol Lou's granddaughter, Peanut, so our oldest granddaughter, John calls her Peanut, and Carol Lou has a Peanut also. So apparently, I forgot, her birthday is September the 21st. So Carol, my guess for Casey's delivery, it was September the 23rd, and I think John's was September 22nd. If you're listening, you'll have to correct me, but I think we were a day apart. I think he said a day earlier than I said. Anyway, I'm just telling you ahead of time, I'm planning all easy stuff that is not perishable. Open Lynn says Pistachio is coming on the 30th. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be in October. It is not going to be in October. So, but the next 3 weeks, I am planning all easy things, easy for me to do things, and things that are non-perishable, because I don't know if she has, or like I missed a Sunday when Alyssa was born, and I'm pretty sure I had perishable stuff for that, and it just sat all week. So, okay, anyway, so this week is going to be super easy, and then the next 2 weeks I have all super easy, non-perishable things planned just in case. So, this week we are, and Mel says she votes the 27th, which was her grand's birthday. That's so sweet. And this will be the first birthday that we have in September. I think everyone else, I don't think we have any other family members that are in September. Okay, so this one though, so Casey is literally T minus who knows how many days before Pistachio makes her grand appearance. And due to COVID restrictions, who knows where I'll be when that happens, and who knows if there will be coffee there. But I'm going to need it, okay? So I'm number 2 on the depth chart as far as chosen people to be at the hospital. Obviously, Dad is number 1. Peanut and Pistachio's dad, Alan, he's number 1 on the depth chart. I at least ranked number 2 because I did help deliver Alyssa. So, in a pinch, if for some reason Alan is, I don't know, at Bristol at the race or something, if they have to have somebody step in, if they have to have a second string quarterback step in, I can do it. I can do it. And let's face it, if you all have paid any attention to the life and times of Alyssa for the last 3.5 years, you know that it's going to take the other 3 grandparents to run her everywhere, entertain her, do red button, and only a couple people know what that means. But anyway, do red button, keep her fed, going to school, whatever, and to keep her from wanting to FaceTime Casey 1,100 times a day while she's not home. So it's going to take the other 3 grandparents to do that. So since I am number 2, then I'm already going to get ready, and go ahead and pack my go bag. We can't have 2 people in the hospital at one time, but, I'm not opposed to sleeping in the car or waiting until it's my turn to go inside. I'm not opposed to it at all. But y'all know me, I have to have coffee no matter where I'm going. So whatever the situation is, I have to have coffee. So my second half of the chat tonight is to show you all the different ways that I can have coffee, no matter where I'm at, all the different ways I can have coffee. So I'm going to show you 4 different ways to make coffee. One of them I've already made, and I'm going to show you how similar the strengths are going to be when we get done. We will be using Pedal Java Tough Nut coffee. I've been wanting to open another one of these for a while. And tonight was the perfect time to do it. So we're going to use Petal Java Tough Nut. It's a flavored coffee that is locally roasted here in Knoxville. Everything I'm going to show you, if you want to get technical about it, like if you're an actual barista, please do not send me letters and emails telling me that I should be weighing everything, that I shouldn't just be telling you how many scoops and it's going to make a difference on the grind and what type it is and whatever. Okay, I drink coffee every day. I drink coffee probably 3 or 4 times a day, but I'm still a coffee novice, even though I love to make it. So just hang with me, okay? So if you're a real barista, no need to tell me that this is not the exact science. This is just for normal human beings who are not sociopaths. And if you watch the first half of the chat, that'll make sense. Who are not sociopaths who love to drink coffee. Okay, so I did interview my very favorite coffee people, Mr. and Mrs. Petal Java. Their names are Ashley and Andrew Mazrowski, I think. It is an unpronounceable last name, so we're just going to call them Mr. and Mrs. Petal Java. So they helped me to figure out where my coffee backups are going to be. And here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these started that takes a few minutes longer to go. So I'm going to be using a kettle. I'm going to get it turned on. I'm going to get the kettle turned on because this is going to be for one of the kinds of coffee that we're making, but I want it to go ahead and heat up. So I'm going to show you this one first because this one takes a little longer to prepare. So this is called a mocha pot. And this is by the company that made this one is called Zule. This is the kind that we have here in the Casey Kitchen Center showroom. And the story that goes with the Zule mocha pots is adorable because apparently her mother or grandmother was very poor in Venezuela, and so she named her company after her. But okay, so a mocha pot is an espresso. It is an espresso maker, but it is not like it's not like the kind of espresso maker that you see, where they pack it in the little thing. And I have one of those at home, but they pack it in, tamp it in, and then it has high pressure and goes through that. So this one is going to build up the pressure in the bottom. And then some steam is going to come out right here. So the first thing you do with your mocha pot is take off the bottom or take off the top, whichever way it's, is your glass half empty or half full. So you're going to take that off. And the pot will come open like this. So you want to be very careful. You want to be very careful not to touch or open this part while it's hot because it can open. And then the suggested cleaning on this is just with warm water, not with anything abrasive. Then the bottom of the mocha pot has this filter in it, and my hands are wet. Okay, it has this filter in it. So you're going to take the filter out, and then you're going to fill the mocha pot to below this. So see that little steam spout right there? You want the water to be below that. So it's about 1 3/4 cups. If you're making a full one, it's exactly 1 3/4 cups because that just landed in the right spot. Okay, then you're going to put the filter basket back in there. And this is a ground flavored coffee. Hello, Deborah. This is a ground, and bye, Alicia. I didn't even see you go, sorry. This is a ground flavored coffee, and it smells so good. I was so excited. This is just a coffee scoop with the little, keep it closed thing on it. We do have these at Casey Kitchen Center, but I wanted to show you, it doesn't matter what kind of scoop it is. So we like these because A, we sell them at Casey Kitchen Center. B, they're really, really cute. And when you close it after you're done using the scoop, you can go ahead and slide it on your bag. If I had it closed, it would work. You slide it on your bag and it keeps it closed and keeps it fresher. This is a scoop that we have literally, look how awful this thing looks. This is a Mr. Coffee scoop that we have literally had, I don't know, it was my dad's before me. So we've probably had this Mr. Coffee scoop 20 years maybe, but you can use any kind of a, and Melinda, we have these on the Casey Kitchen Center website too. But so what we're going to do is for this one, we're not going to measure. See how cute that is? We're not going to measure. We're just going to go ahead and put the coffee in the bottom. And you can use this with espresso. But since I filled up, I know that coffee scoop is so old, Barbara, but we're just going to fill it to right below the top. But remember, this is not like a regular espresso maker, so I'm not going to push it down. So with a regular espresso maker, you tamp it. So you tamp it and you push it down in tight. You're not going to do this with this one. Okay, so I've got the water in there, and then I put my filter back in, and then I'm going to put the top back on. And if you're using a normal stove that's going to actually get hot, then and you want to put that on there tight too, because remember, you're going to have all kinds of hot stuff in here, so you don't want this to come off, and you don't want this to flip open, you know, while you're doing this. So this handle's nice and sturdy, you know, so that should be good. But if you were at home, and if you had a normal stove, then you would put this on like medium heat. I just have this little eye here at Casey Kitchen Center, so I'm going to put this over here on the eye. And we're going to hope I don't flip the breakers here, because I've got my water heating in another one, and I'm going to go ahead and put my mocha pot on high. Again, that's only because I have this little bitty eye. So the mocha pot and the burner, that is something that we have in the camper. So if I'm in the camper when Casey goes into labor, I've got coffee, because trust me, I have coffee squirreled away everywhere. Okay, so that's way number one, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when we get done. And I better talk fast. Okay, the next one is in a regular coffee pot. So I'm talking like a regular drip pot, just like a Mr. Coffee. The brand that we have here at Casey Kitchen Center, it's just a cheap one. It's a Proctor Silex. It came with Casey Kitchen Center. So for that, so remember on the mocha pot, we weren't actually measuring it. I was just using the scoop as a scoop. So if you fill up the water to that little steam vent, then you're just going to add it to the top. So Barbara, on the mocha pot, and I don't know how long to tell you, because you're not going to take it off until it starts. You'll be able to hear it, like the noise that y'all might be able to hear right now, the shh, that is actually from this. That is from the Hayden Eon pitcher. So once the mocha pot starts making that same noise, and you'll be able to tell because a little bit of steam will come out of the top and a little bit of steam will come out of the back, that's when you want to take it off and set it to the side. So I'll show you that here in just a second. This is a regular drip coffee maker. On a regular drip coffee maker, I do about a scoop per cup. I sometimes do a heaping scoop per cup, but then nobody at work will drink it. So I'm going to say that a normal is probably a little under a scoop per cup. This is the scoop that the girls use every single day, but you can use a scoop like this. It should come out to exactly the same size. Let's just test it here real quick, just out of curiosity. But again, this, yep, it's about the same amount. So we're going to do, I only put 4 cups of water in there, so we're just going to do 4 barely scoops. We're not going to do heaping scoops, because I want other people to be able to drink this. I'm just kidding. It's only me. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. Nobody else is going to be here drinking coffee. Okay, so I'm going to go put this in, and this is a regular drip coffee maker, Mr. Coffee, whatever, you know, if you've got a Keurig brand that makes drip coffee, you can do that, but it's about a scoop per cup. If you like your coffee lighter, you can do less than a scoop per cup. If you like it darker, obviously, you know, you can do like me and do a heaping scoop per cup. Okay, that is getting ready to boil. We're gonna let that get just a little bit hotter, and I'll get this started, and I'll be right back. Actually, I forget that now that I have the microphone attached to me, that y'all can hear me no matter where I go. So I'm just pouring water into the regular drip coffee pot, and we're going to get that one started. Okay, and that is boiling now, so I'm going to show you this one. Okay, so the one that is boiling, we're going to use the pot that is boiling. This is my preferred way to do this. Mine, like this, is at home. So this one's also from Zule Kitchen, and this is called a pour over coffee kettle premium stainless steel. So mine like this is at home. If I was going to show you a real demonstration on how to do pour over coffee, I would use this. And the reason that I would use this, the style of this kettle is made, the way the spout is made to pour, it makes for a better pour over situation. So the pour over coffee, I can make that anywhere I am, as long as I have access to water and to heat. So I don't have to have anything, super fancy. Also, these kettles have a temperature gauge on top. So if you use these to make tea, some of your tea bags actually have a temperature like gauge on there, and it tells you Stash Tea does that. Some of your fancier brands of tea, it tells you what to heat the water to. And sometimes if you make tea and if you just flat out boil your water and you're just boiling hot water on any kind of tea, you could be scorching it, and that's why, I don't know if it's called scorching it, but that's why sometimes it's bitter or it doesn't taste good. So these come in really handy because you can stop it, or if you didn't stop it in time, you can cool it down and use the right temperature for your tea. But I'm not going to use this for the pour over. I'm going to use the kettle over here, since mine like this is at home. But just know that is the right kind to use. A pour over looks like this. So this is a pour over kit, and this just sits right on top of your coffee mug. So I'm going to put the pour over on top of the coffee cup. And when you use the filter, the first thing you're going to do is fold down where this little ridge is. You're going to fold that down, and then you're going to fold the bottom up. You don't have to do that, but if you do that, it's going to sit better down in the little filter. So for the pour over coffee, 2 to 3 heaping spoonfuls for a regular sized cup of coffee. So that's not from one of those giant mugs, a Bubba mug that you could take with you somewhere. Mrs. Pedaljava uses 2 scoops. Mr. Pedaljava recommended 3 2-ounce scoops. And then he said to experiment with nesting or swirling for maximum extraction. Okay, I use 2 scoops. So I'm going to put 2 scoops in here. Okay, actually I wanted 2 heaping scoops, so I'm going to put just a tiny bit more in here. Okay, so 2 scoops in here, and then I'm going to use the kettle. And if you want to, for the sake of time, I did not do this, but sometimes I will pre-wet the paper filter just so that it is not, just so it doesn't taste so much like paper. But in this, sake of time, we're not going to do that. So I know you all can't really see this, but maybe I can hold it where you can see it. So when I swirled that over the top of it, I'm trying not to spill that, it gets foamy. So that's actually carbon dioxide that's released from the coffee. So that's why you want to do that kind of swirling motion. So you're going to continue to swirl, and really the gooseneck, this one, the gooseneck pour over, it says it's for coffee, but it's for coffee and tea and just, boiling water. So it works perfect for that because it is the perfect swirl. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. So it's foaming nicely. And the nice thing about this pour over kit, and we have these at Casey Kitchen Center. We have the coffee here. We have everything. Like, why don't we just live here? Because we don't have a shower. That's why. But we have these here. But the nice thing about this pour over is there's a window right here. So I can see exactly how much coffee is in this cup. So I'm not going to overflow it. So I'll do one more quick swirl there, and it's getting nice and foamy. Okay, and the mocha pot is not quite hot yet. So we're going to finish doing the pour over while we let the mocha pot finish coming to heat. And I'm telling you, on a little burner like what I have, it takes forever for it, but it will do it. You can do it. Okay, and the next one is a Bodum cold brew kit. And I can see that the regular coffee pot is done. So this is a Bodum cold brew kit, and I'll show you here in just a second how the pour over coffee turned out. But this is a Bodum cold brew kit. I'm not going to make cold brew right now because it takes 18 to 24 hours to make it. But we do have a past video, so we do have a chat for that. But the Bodum cold brew press basically is like a giant French press, and you're going to put so you put your coffee grounds in here, and for this size, so this one will hold about 51 ounces and 51 ounces of water. So for this one, you put in like 9 scoops. So Mr. PJ says 8 to 9. I like 9 because I like mine a little bit stronger. And then you're going to just fill it up to right here with cold water. And I use spring water, but you're going to fill it up to right there. And then you put this lid on, and then you put it in the refrigerator, and you're going to let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. I say overnight, but it's 18 to 24 hours. Then when you're done, You take that lid off. Oh, and after I put the grounds in, I stir them with a long spoon just to make sure that they're all good and wet. And then you put the French press top on. And when you get that on there, you're going to push down till it's all the way down, and then you have cold brew. I store my cold brew in glass. I like it stored better in glass. But here is the shade. So the cold brew I already had made. So that's what shade the cold brew came out. Okay, now let's see what the pour over, how it looks. I'll just go ahead and take a sip of it out of my regular coffee cup. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without spilling it. That may not be the smartest idea that I had. Hold on just a second. Let me grab a towel. Okay, because I wanted to compare the color of these, and I didn't think about the spill factor, but okay, so not bad, not bad. Okay, so I'm a pretty good pourer, and it smells so good. The tough nut smells so good, and they also have so tough nut is one of their original flavors. They also have, and again, this is it is locally roasted here in Knoxville. Tough nut is, again, it's one of their original flavors, but they have, I'm dying to open a bag of the turtle race because it smells like turtle candy, like chocolate turtle candy. It smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, so this one is cold brew. This one was the pour over that we just did. Let me go get the regular coffee and let's see how it turned out. Again, this is just in a regular coffee pot. And those ratios that I mentioned, Jessica will be putting, she'll be putting those on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So see, I could have done just a, oh no, it's pretty close to the same color. But Jessica will get those on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. She usually has it ready sometime on Monday. And then like this week, with all of the mayhem going on, it took me until this morning to double check it. So we try to get those up the next day. And then let's go see how our mocha pot is doing. So it is getting hot. And it is getting ready to start steaming. So we'll let that sit there for just another second. So as a quick recap, while we're letting the mocha pot go, I'm trying to make sure that I have every opportunity for coffee. So I'm making some, I'll keep some cold brew in the refrigerator in case I've got to grab my caffeine on the go. In case, you know, Casey, well, like last time, I think they called us at, I don't know, 11 or 12 o'clock. And Dusty's dreaming, if y'all can hear him. I think they called us at 11 or 12 o'clock when they had Alyssa. And I mean, we had just gone to bed. And you know how it is when you've just gone to bed and you wake up suddenly and you're like, whoa, what are we doing? What's going on? I think having slept only like an hour is probably worse than being woken up in the middle of the night, or than just staying up. But anyway, so I'm going to be keeping cold brew in the refrigerator just in case, you know, in case I've got to grab it and go. This one was pour over. So again, the pour over, I can make it anywhere, anytime, as long as I've got my pour over stuff with me. I can make that in the camper if we're in the camper, anywhere that has an eye, and I'll try to keep the pour over kit near me. This one was just from a regular coffee pot. So if I happen to be somewhere where we have a regular coffee pot, we can do that because I'm not drinking hospital coffee. Okay, and let's see how our mocha pot is doing. So once you get it up to heat and it starts steaming, then you can go ahead and take it off of the heat and let it sit for just a minute because you want all that good steam. You want all that good steam to be making good hot coffee. And you can use other coffees besides espresso. So you don't have to just do espresso in this. These are so cool for making like a little pot of coffee. I'll admit this is supposed to be an 8-cup. It's supposed to be an 8-cup mocha pot. It makes 2 cups of coffee for me. So it's only 2 cups for me. So while we're waiting, letting this sit for just a second. Oh yeah, and Debbie says, just keep you a mega thermos ready to go. Yeah, exactly. I know, because I'm not drinking hospital coffee this time. I'll just go ahead and tell you, and I'm serious. with the COVID restrictions that we have this time, I think I'll be spending a lot of time in the car. So I think I'll be spending a lot of time in the car waiting, because I'm not even sure that they're going to let me go. Poor Dusty, I don't know what he's dreaming about. I'm not even sure they're going to let me sit in the waiting room. I think that Alan and I will have to tag out. Okay, but this is not going to be as dark as it could be because I did not let it sit as long as it's supposed to. But oh, come on. Oh no, it's not happy at all. Nope, it was not happy at all. It has, oh my gosh. Okay, I grabbed it way too early. Y'all are just going to pretend like the mocha pot was ready. I grabbed it way too early. It has not come up into the top at all. So I'll just explain what it's going to do, because I did not leave it on there long enough. So if you, and that little eye is not quite hot enough, but what's going to happen is the water is going to go from here. It's going to go up through the grounds, and then it ends up in here. So it had not pushed it up far enough yet for me to be able to even pour anything out. Let me see if there's even anything in the top. No, it was not hot enough at all. Okay, so anyway, the mocha pot's really cool if you have something hot enough, and I'll try to do a video another time when you're not just looking at me, and I can actually show you how to use it, because it is super cool when you do it. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you found some different ways to make coffee, and that you all will be ready if you've got something exciting coming up. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and reserve the right to abandon you all at a moment's notice. When it's time, I'll let you know. I'll try to let you know, but you know that also means that Casey will not be there to let you all know, because usually if I have to bail out, Casey or Jessica will, they'll just let you all know where I'm at. So anyway, fingers crossed everything goes okay. Thank you all for sending prayers for them. They are doing fantastic. Every visit has been perfect. Everybody's in great health. Melissa is so excited to have her baby sister here. So yep, well, we will just keep you all posted. But y'all have a great evening. Thank you again for joining us. And thank you for letting me do some easy, simple things that are non-perishable, just in case we have to pack up and go, because it's coming. It's literally only a matter of time now. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. But y'all have a great evening. If you were watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and let the next video roll over, because I promise you it's going to be another good one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can click down here and hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and click that little bell so that it will let you know when the next video comes up. But y'all have a great week, and I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. I'll see you later.